Starting lineups for Southeastern will be Roscoe Eastman, Roger McFarland, Boogie Anderson, Alec Woodard, and Brody Rowberry. A&M Commerce starting lineups: Kalen Williams, DeMarcus Demonia, Alonzo Dodd, JJ Rosario Romero, and Jerome Brewer Jr. It is senior day here in Commerce. Both the men and the women being honored between games here. Southeastern wearing their black, their game. Up their lead in the Southland Conference standings.
Yeah, quick players to watch in this one. We're going to go with the seniors from the Lions from Commerce, and we're going to go with Mr. Boogie Anderson for Southeastern, a do-it-all, versatile guard for the Lions out of Hammond.
These two teams played back on January 21st. Southeastern winning that game 79-73 in Louisiana. There's a three-pointer that is no good by Demonia, coming away with the rebound. Southeastern. As we said in the first game, we'll try to not refer to either team as the Lions, as we have Lions versus Lions. There you got the big guy, 7'2".
Yeah, freshman Rowberry out of Meridian, Idaho. Got a great story. Coaches saw potential in him, thought he needed to lose some weight, sent him to a prep school, and it has really paid off as he is a physical presence with skill, has really had a good season for Southeastern.
I said that wrong. He's 6'11", 290. They do have a 7'2", 270 player on their roster as well. And there's a three-pointer knocked down by McFarland, and Southeastern with a quick 5-0 lead.
Yeah, McFarland's a good player out of Dodge City Junior College. Big threat for this Lion team in the black and yellow. Gets off to a first three.
Three-pointer, Brewer tried to answer it, no good. Good tip out by Demonia. Reset the offense for the Lions. Kalen Williams with a drive, knock it down.
Yeah, good to see Kalen Williams get off to a good start. His scoring is important for this team. He is the second leading scorer on the year with Lewis out still with injury. Rosario has played great late, but they need Williams to have some production from the guard position in order to come out victorious.
Williams from Augusta, Georgia. Dodge City Community College transfer. There's Brewer with a wide open lane, lays it in. Nice block out and a nice screen by Rosario down low to clear the lane.
Yeah, anytime you get easy baskets in a game like this, such a hard fought battle. Two teams that are super well coached and tough-minded teams. So easy baskets will be hard to come by, but when you can get them, you'll definitely take it.
There's a pass that's off the hands of Rowberry. (5-4) Southeastern with the lead. Scored the first 5 points of the game. A&M Commerce with the last 4.
Coach Rose urging them to have some pace of play. Don't want the ball to stick too much. So on senior day, Demonia has not been able to get a shot to fall yet. Nice senior day presentation, celebration in between games for both men and women. And there's our player of the game to watch for Southeastern above the rim on an easy refusal of the ball screen. Mr. Boogie Anderson getting his boogie on.
Anderson went to drive one way, turned and went the other direction. And going to have a turnover as Alonzo Dodd called for a traveling violation as he crosses half court.
Yeah, one thing about this Southeastern staff, they've done a great job evaluating talent. Kind of some diamonds in the rough. Boogie played at South Dakota, didn't have gaudy numbers, didn't have overly impressive numbers, but they looked at the film, liked what they saw, and felt like he could really be a difference maker in this conference, and he has been just that.
A three-pointer from the top of the key off the back of the rim, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Demonia comes down with it for A&M Commerce, trailing by 3. And there's Kalen Williams putting it down.
Talk about dunk after dunk. The Lions are battling above the rim, trading dunks the last 2 possessions. Nice job there by Williams, knifing down the lane and showing he's got a little bit of bounce himself.
There's a wide open player down low. Woodard gets behind everybody and able to lay it in.
A nice back screen, able to get him loose and open in the post, and easy finish.
Lions of Southeastern up by 3. Southeastern now with the basketball. Good defense by Williams. Woodard now with it. He's double teamed. Ball's knocked away. Monia is going to drive, shoot, and blocking foul finally called. It was a late whistle as the ball was on the ground before the whistle went, but they did get the foul, and that's going to take. Coach Rose doing a really good job in this transition period between Division II and Division I here in Commerce. Recently welcomed a new addition to the family. Just having a fun time. It's fun watching him coach. It's fun talking to him before games, after games. Just an even keel guy. Just has a lot of fun out here, and the players love playing for him.
Yeah, just a high basketball IQ guy that's connected to his players, and he's done a really outstanding job. It's not easy to make this Division I transition, and many of the opponent coaches have talked about how impressed they have been with this program and how much they belong in this conference. And Coach Rose talked about his team coming into this game. The one thing he really wants to see them do is compete. You know, he just really wants to see them continue to compete, and when they compete and do the little things, they'll have a chance to win. And they've won enough close games. He feels like that will continue to go in their favor. They'll win some, they'll lose some. They won't necessarily win them all, but he wants to be in position. Felt like last game didn't put themselves in a great position to be able to win that game. Got themselves down in a hole, and again, just wants to see them compete for the full 40 minutes. For whatever reason, they have not been able to get off to great starts. He hasn't quite figured that out yet. Doesn't love that about this team, but he does love how much they continue to fight no matter what the score is, no matter how much they get down. And last time is the first time they haven't come back from that double-digit victory to come out victorious.
DeMarcus Monia gets the foul on one end after missing the 2 free throws on the other end. Southeastern up by 5. Monia with a three-pointer as the shot clock was running down. And they're going to get Demonia on a tripping call, and that's going to be his second foul. 6 minutes gone into this first half, and Demonia is going to have a seat.
Yeah, it feels like Demonia is a little bit pressing. Senior night, got a lot of family here, as most people do, and again, honored before the game, and just a little bit more maybe anxious than normal, or working hard to get an opportunity to get some buckets to go down, and got an unfortunate trip that gets his second foul just 6 minutes into this one.
Southeastern up by 5, looking to extend their lead. Somehow able to keep the pivot foot and get a pass down low for a 13-6 lead for Southeastern. That bucket was made by McFarland.
Yeah, nice pass there by Eastland as well.
Roberts getting a much-needed three-pointer. Ends a 2-minute scoring drought for A&M Commerce.
Yeah, we've talked about CJ a lot on these broadcasts. He's an explosive offensive player, and when he can get into a groove, it is not a good look for the opponents because he can really take over games.
Also has a lot of family here for senior night. Roberts with the ball right now. 7 minutes gone here in the first half. 13-9, Southeastern on top.
Good call. Illegal screen. Tried to get a little bit of a... Oh, looks like it's on the defense instead.
Oh, they got, yeah. So one of them called an offensive foul. The other one on the backside said it was against Matthew Strange.
Trying to get a little quick brush screen or a ghost screen, if you will. And the contact could have gone either way. Really thought it was an offensive foul, but referees had a difference of opinion, and one ref thought it was a defensive foul. So the Commerce Lions baseline out of bounds.
Neither coach right now happy with the officials. Have a little bit of problem with a couple of the calls.
Yeah, that's never happened in college basketball.
Never. They're usually best friends. Roberts with a shot towards the end of the shot clock. Once again, unable to get it to go. Southeastern doing a good job defensively and forcing the Lions with a couple of really tough end of shot clock type shots.
Yeah, good job defensively, and a little bit too much ball sticking on that one. Roberts got his first three to go down, but a little bit too much playing with the ball the last time. A great finish by Southeastern. Looks like he's shaking up a little bit there on the finish. Nick Caldwell with the inside right-hand layup on the left side. Nice, pretty finish.
Caldwell extends the lead to 6 for Southeastern. And there's an errant pass. Goes out of bounds, turning the ball over. And that's going to take us to our second media timeout. Southeastern up 50. Head coach for Southeastern's David Kiefer. Assistant coaches Kyle Rohn, Riley Conroy, and Mike Randall doing a really good job with this program. Talked about how they are 8-6 in the Southland Conference, 14-13 overall. They got themselves in a good position in the Southland Conference. Ball's going to be out of bounds off of Southeastern.
Yeah, was named Coach of the Year in the Southland Conference just the last year, and the most successful season at the helm at Southeastern for him, and won the early preseason Southland Conference tournament that they had not too long ago as well. So done a really good job with this group, and has another team that is not too far away from being at the top. And speaking of the top, a three ball from way downtown.
Khalik Abdul-Mateen doing the honors.
Going down.
Lions within 3 after trailing by 7. Southeastern trying to answer, and there's a pickpocket steal from Abraham, and he avoids the contact and somehow gets it to go. Great steal, great hoop by Ant Abraham.
How about Christian Agnew from Southeastern? Almost got a block on that play with a dead sprint.
Ball is shot and missed. Great rebound and save, and Roberts to Mateen just can't get it to go.
Great pass. Just a little bit too much excitement on that one. Couldn't quite finish. Bounced out at the last minute, but great pass by CJ, and great effort right now by Commerce.
Trying to get the ball down low to the big man. Strawberry, and the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. Great defense being shown by both Mateen and Abraham down low.
The Commerce crowd definitely in the building for senior night. A lot of seniors on this Commerce team, and their defense has led to offense in the last couple. Great job by Abraham getting a clean pickpocket. Very rarely do you see those type of plays on a crossover. Somebody get picked that way, and 2 seconds on the clock. Boogie Anderson. Boogie's in the lane and does it again with a nice floater.
There's a reason why you picked him for the player of the game.
Oh, he's a bad boy.
Or a player to watch, I mean.
He's a bad boy. We saw him play in Wyoming. We saw this Southeastern team beat Wyoming up in Laramie earlier this year on the broadcast, and Boogie Anderson's a big reason why.
There's a big man himself, Jerome Brewer, with a nice hook shot, and then a miscommunication on the pass up the court. It goes out of bounds, and this is going to be A&M Commerce basketball with a chance to take a lead. A&M Commerce making some substitutions. Alonzo Dodd back in the game for Coach Rosenberg. Of course, DeMarcus Demonia is still on the bench, having picked up 2 fouls early in the game. The three-point attempt knocked down. J.J. Rosario with a three-pointer gives A&M Commerce a 2-point advantage.
From way downtown, Rosario has been playing some really terrific basketball. Senior day for him as well. And just coming off a recent career high just 2 home games ago. He shot it very well from 3. Such a mismatch. Can score inside, can stretch out a defense from 3, and not somebody that Roberry probably wants to go all the way out there to defend. Rosario puts the Commerce Lions up 2.
Matthew Strange with a great play to knock the ball off of the Lions, or A&M Commerce. And there you see the big man down low, Brody Rowberry, getting his team a tie after that nice spin move and layup. 19-19, 8.5 to play first half. Back and forth game. A&M Commerce coming back from 7 down early. There's another three-point attempt off the front of the rim, no good. Brewer comes down with the offensive board. That's the 4th offensive rebound for A&M Commerce in the game. And there's Brewer underneath basket. High percentage dunk.
Yeah, great penetration by Dodd, able to get a kind of a closeout jab step, direct drive, and scoops the pass as big fella helps up. Good defense here by Blue Mateen on Anderson. Anderson just still boogieing on the baseline, doing what he does in the shot clock. Puts himself in position to get another one and flexes with another layup in traffic. Again, we talked about it. This young man is a really good basketball player, one of the best guards in the Southland Conference, and steal off the inbounds and makes the shot that the coach is probably like, no, no, no. Yes, it goes in.
Nice steal and put back. 23-21. Southeastern on top after that one. Lions, Commerce with the ball. Brewer gets behind once again and lays it in to tie the game.
Brewer's been hooping. He's playing well. They continue to find him inside. And inside points so important for Commerce to be able to get from their bigs. They played really well as of late, and a battle of the bigs as the big fella from Southeastern, number 15, continues to do work on the right block.
Brewer leading all scorers with 8 points. 25-23 game. There's a three-pointer knocked down by Khalik Abdul-Mateen.
Place is rocking tonight. Senior night. The band's in the building. The fans are in the building. Got a few fraternities showing up. It looks like it's going to be a exciting game, and one the crowd is definitely making a difference in so far.
Anderson with the ball, driving, and a teardrop rainbow shot that goes in over the outstretched hand of Brewer. That's good defense. That's just better offense, Brian.
In the words of Mark Jackson, dear mama, there goes that man.
You sound just like him, too. You've been working on that.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Us point guards think alike. Hey, there you go.
Shot. Boy, both teams trading baskets down low. Both teams doing what they need to do. And
with a little hand towards the floor, he says he might be too small. Rosario with a nice little soft touch. Already's made a three.
You're going to think that's really good until I tell you that Southeastern is shooting 70.5% for the game.
In other words, it's going down in the Lions' den.
It is.
A lot of roaring going on from both Lions, a.k.a. a lot of buckets.
28-27, 1-point game. Southeastern trailing, but they have the ball. 10 on the shot clock. There's your player of the game to watch, Boogie Anderson, with another rainbow shot. Gets it to fall.
I mean, there's a reason why you get a nickname, Boogie.
Yeah.
I mean, the young man is just getting it done in so many facets. And the shots that he's making are not easy shots. Ladies and gentlemen at home, do not adjust your screen. They are going in just like he is planning for them to.
Speaking of going in, C.J. Roberts knocks down a three in front of his family that's here for senior night, giving the A&M Commerce hometown team 31-29 advantage. Strange tries answering on the other end. No good. Kalen Williams able to secure the rebound. And then a dime from C.J. Roberts.
C.J. Roberts has another gear. We saw it on the game-winning shot that he had against Houston Baptist. Went 0 to 100 real quick in 4 seconds, coast to coast. Great offensive battle, and Boogie with his first close range miss, but his teammate there to have his back. Mr. Nick Caldwell with an offensive rebound, draws a foul, and C.J. Roberts.
We're going to have free throws coming out of the timeout after that foul that was called on Alex Peavy. First foul shot is up, and it is good for Caldwell. It's only the third free throw of the game for Southeastern. They're now 3 for 3. They get 4 for 4. A&M Commerce 0 for 2 from the line. Back in the game is Demonia with his 2 fouls, under 4 to play, and there's an errant pass and stolen, and we're going to have a goaltending violation called against Luka Vasic, which looked like the right call. He slapped the backboard, hit the ball, slapped the backboard. So the bucket will count for Eastman.
Yeah, one of those turnovers you wish you could get back. Turnovers that lead directly to points. You want to eliminate those at all costs. And Southeastern creating defense, turning their defense into offense, just like Commerce has. And evenly matched game. That's why the score is 33 all, and another turnover from the Lions.
Vasic unable to. Here you have a replay of the goaltend. Ball had already hit the backboard whenever it was blocked, and that's what I think where the goaltend is, right? If it hits the backboard, and then you're not allowed to touch it after that regardless.
Yep.
And that's where the goaltend came in. Good call by the official.
Very good call and well said by yourself. And back-to-back turnovers by Commerce, and now we have a third turnover in a row, this time by Southeastern.
Tie game at 33. It's been back and forth, entertaining. Southeastern largest lead, 7 points. Earlier at the 13:48 mark, Commerce largest lead has been 4 points.
A little bit of zone defense here from Southeastern yet again. And changing it up a little bit. Baseline trap, almost turned over, almost traveled. CJ takes the three, didn't have quite as much lift on it, and another foul drawn. Good I don't know if it was acting or I don't know if he actually got tripped, but Nick Caldwell forced the referees to have to call something and rewarded in a foul. Commerce Lions now 5 team fouls, getting closer to putting Southeastern in the bonus.
The fans, from their reaction, they think it was a very good acting job.
I don't know that I would disagree with him, but I think it was a job well done by the young fella because it got his team a foul. So all those little things matter in a highly contested game like this. Going back to the keys of the game, I don't know if we talked about it too much in depth, but the more aggressive team, both coaches talked about the importance of their team to be the more aggressive team. So clearly the more aggressive team is a big key in this one. Also, the team that plays with the kind of urgency and desperation needed for 40 minutes is going to matter because both these teams playing for that first round bye and seeding, and then the more together team will also be the team that wins.
There's a aggressive offensive shot, unable to get it to go was Rosario. Southeastern coming up with the ball.
Definitely can see both teams taking on the game plan very literally as they are both being aggressive, and the second triple for number 3 from Southeastern, almost the exact same spot as he made earlier.
And McFarland with his second three-pointer, as you said, giving him 8 points on the game so far, and a 3-point advantage. Southeastern on a
nice
7-0 run.
Big time pass over the shoulder. Little bit of a no look off, and a dime on the money. Kept the ball high by Brewer too. Didn't bring it down, and able to pick up a foul from behind. Just a back and forth game with a great flow to it. Not a ton of fouls called. A lot of field goals made, and a lot of assisted baskets. A lot of highlight plays for both teams. That was another one right there with a great pass. Had a baseline trap. Not very often you see a guy can make a pass like that out of a trap. J.J. Rosario showing off his skill set on senior day in front of his family and friends.
Yeah, Jerome Brewer getting a 3-point play the old-fashioned way, under a minute to play in the first half. We've had 8 lead changes and 5 ties already in this game.
The boogie continues. I don't know if it's a dance contest or what, but the young man just continues to boogie, oogie, oogie.
He's putting on a show. He has
nice
14
pass.
points, and talk about putting on a show.
My goodness, what a pass, and great right hand inside finish on the left side. And Abraham's coming to the game and really played some great basketball at the 1. Doesn't play a significant amount of minutes in all games, but Coach Rose has such.
Largest lead for Southeastern was 7 points. Their biggest run is a 7-0 run that just ended a few minutes ago. Largest run for A&M Commerce is 5, and their biggest lead is 4. So far, back and forth and tie game coming out of this timeout.
Yeah, 4-second differential. Game clock and shot clock. Great pass by Boogie.
Offensive rebound opportunity, but A&M Commerce coming down with it.
Four seconds left, 3.9, and looks like the use it or lose it timeout will be used by Coach Von Rosenberg and his staff to talk over. And I would imagine 38, you're either going in halftime tied as long as you don't turn it over, or you're going in with the lead. So imagine some type of a play to get something at the rim or something for 3.
Demonia.
And there you go at the rim. Great pass. Great pass there. Just not able to. Maybe there was a foul. Not exactly sure.
I think they're going to get Demonia out now to make sure he doesn't get that third foul on the defensive side.
Great idea, though, on the pass. I mean, there's so much cleared out the backside. Got a big-time athlete in Demonia who can go get it. And here you see Boogie on the run, going to the right.
And he stepped out of bounds. And so we're going to have the Lions with the ball once again. Demonia has only played right at 6 minutes in this first half. Second half, it is going to be Southeastern basketball coming out of the break. Glad to have you along wherever you're at this Saturday afternoon, early evening. Got a good game here, 38-38 at the break. Both these teams trying to assert themselves in the standings. Northwestern State leads the conference with 11-3 record, as you see a nice power move down low by Rowberry. A&M Corpus Christi also at 11-3. And you got Nichols at 8-5, Southeastern 8-6, A&M Commerce at 7-6. And then you got a log jam of 5-9 teams, including Incarnate Word, as you see Dodd with a nice jump shot, three-pointer. Lamar, Houston Christian at McNeese, all tied at 5-9. All trying to get into the tournament. That's what it's all about, right?
Yes, it is. March Madness, let it begin, and great shooting from Commerce. The 6-3 made so far for them. Great offensive rebound and putback, and that's what this game has been about. It's a lot of trading baskets. Both teams shooting great percentages from the floor, 50 and 64 in the first half. A lot of good defensive plays as well, but the offense has been in a groove for both Lions clubs.
Marcus Demonia going hard to the basket. Demonia not playing a lot in the first half because of the foul trouble. Boogie Anderson getting his second foul, leading all players with 12 points. Brewer has 11 to lead A&M Commerce.
Yeah, good for Demonia to get an early foul, and frustrating first half for him. Able to get to the line, got in foul trouble as you've mentioned, but what an awesome career for this young man here at Commerce. He's been an all-conference player, second team all-Lone Star last year. I mean, averaged only 11 points a game last year, but he has really improved and skyrocketed at the Division I level. One of the top 5 scorers in the Southland Conference. Demonia's had an abundance of highlights this season, whether it be dunks or threes or blocks. He's just been an awesome player, versatile on both sides, and has really led this Commerce team very well in the transition to Division I.
Southeastern with an offensive rebound and putback, no good. Rosario come back up with the rebound for A&M Commerce. 2 minutes gone here in the second half.
A much better contribution from the guards of Commerce this game. They didn't have as much as they wanted last game from them and really hurt them. And great pass. Good block by the big fella, but they caught him with the body possibly. And Demonia's back to the line. Just some great activity from Commerce. This is when they play their best. Ball movement, player movement, ball swinging. Everybody's touching it. The ball has energy, and you see that energy resulting in a foul at the rim for Demonia. Going back to him prior to A&M Commerce, Allegheny Junior College in Maryland. He averaged 21 points a game there and 12 rebounds, leading that program to a regional championship. Led all junior college players in rebounds per game that year. Was a third-team All-American. Came here to Commerce and said he came because of the great things they had to offer me and the coaching staff throughout the process of getting recruited. And the senior working to lead his team to a victory on senior night.
4 misses from the free throw line for Demonia. No field goals as well. And trying to save the ball, but stepping out of bounds was Alonzo Dodd. Demonia 0 for 4 from the floor, only 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Southeastern trying to get the ball in, finally doing it. Three-pointer off the back of the rim, no good. Camonia going up, coming down hard for that rebound.
Sometimes on senior night you want so bad to play so well. Demonia's had a career-high 33 in points, averages 16 a game in conference play. Normally is a 72% free throw shooter, but as you said, just 2 of 6 from the line, and both teams looking to figure out how they can get some separation from the other, and Boogie just continues to boogie on the baseline.
He's been really good. You picked him as your player to watch for a reason. That's 14 points for him to lead all scorers. Brewer forcing one up. Boogie on the other side. Double teamed as the ball knocked away and taken away by Brewer for the Lions.
Brewer's had a great game, 11 points in the first half. Great defense there. Freshman has really been a force in the paint. Nice move there, looking like young Mamba right there. Little Kobe Bryant pivot work, didn't quite go down for him. Both teams going a little bit of a scoring drought.
And that ends with Woodard knocks down the 15-foot jump shot. Southeastern up by 3.
You see where the pass was from. Boogie doing what he does on the baseline. Not an easy place to operate and get assists. Most players get more turnovers on the baseline than they do assists, but Boogie really has a feel for the court down there. And great pass right there for a jump shot. Meanwhile, Commerce, last 2 minutes and 30 seconds, has not been able to score. Now almost 3 minutes gone by.
15 and a half to play in the second half, and a nice scoop move, but unable to get it to go. And then the ball is going to be out of bounds off of A&M Commerce. Unable to handle it is Rosario.
Average $10,207 in finance savings on our most popular.
Just under 15 and a half minutes to play in the second half. Glad to have the band in the stands once again, showing their love for the 903.
The band and the cheerleaders. Got to make sure you shout out the cheerleaders as well.
Cheerleaders, they're celebrating senior night as well.
Yeah.
Honored some cheerleaders before the game, as well as the men and women basketball team. So senior love all the way around. We're going to have a foul on the Lions. They got the third foul.
Pee-wee trying to get all the way around the big fella. Roberry from Southeastern. Hasn't missed a shot. Nice pass. Not able to finish in the crowd. Alec Woodard with a great pass. Received from his big man, but couldn't make the layup. And Commerce looking in their scoring drought with a wide open 3, and not quite the result they hoped for. The drought continues as great look, just has not been able to get a shot to go down, has not been able to draw a foul, and has to rely on their defense to help them get back into another stop for Commerce.
For the last 4 are the Commerce Lions. They haven't scored in over 4 minutes. Trailing by 3.
I mean, a good thing for them, even though they haven't scored, they've been able to get stops. 4 of their last 4 shots.
The foul called on Woodard. 3rd team foul.
Southeastern also hadn't scored their last 2 possessions. And coaches love to track what they call kills, 3 stops in a row. So Commerce will have a kill themselves, 3 stops in a row if they can get one more. But right now they want to figure out how can they get a field goal or draw a foul to end this drought.
Demonia is going to be fouled. I think they're going to get Woodard again. That's 2 quick fouls on Alec Woodard, 3 for the game. And Brewer is going to come back in for A&M Commerce, and Matthew Strange back in for Southeastern. And Abraham also back in for A&M Commerce. Demonia having a seat, as is Alex Peavy. I think I got all the subs in. Under 14 to play. Roberts having a little bit of problems with it. Tries passing it, and it's stolen by Strange.
Good defense there by Southeastern. And able to get a great transition pass cut for McFarland, and a great finish. As Southeastern getting a little bit of separation and breathing room. They're up 5 now. Defense leading the offense. Hasn't been the prettiest part of the game. We had a lot of great offense flowing. Now you see the defensive part of the game kicking in as Commerce continues to go on a drought.
Over 5 minutes until that 3-pointer by Vasic.
Drought ended. Vasic, another senior for Commerce, his first year for the Lions and only year, and
they needed that.
Definitely did.
There's going to be a foul called on Mateen. That'll be his first. 3 fouls on the team for the half.
Frostage has made some big baskets for Commerce this year. Versatile forward, does a lot of the dirty work and intangibles, but another guy who can stretch you out and shoot it from long distance range.
Southeastern, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Nice pass, and under pressure, and we're going to have a shot clock violation called.
Good defense by Commerce. Much needed stop after a bucket, and frustration from the coaches. That just tells you how much both these teams want to get every advantage they can to win this game. And going back to Vasic, he had 12 points. He was one of 2 double figures in the first time these 2 teams played. In the loss, was 4 of 8 from 3. So he feels comfortable making shots, in particular against this Lions team.
Kiefer thought that his team, there was a foul, and that's why the shot clock violation happened. The ref said no. And on the other side, we have a traveling violation called against A&M Commerce. 8 turnovers by Southeastern, 9 turnovers by Commerce. There's another turnover.
Just kind of that part of the game where it's not as pretty as you want. Crowd's a little bit wanting to get involved, not able to have anything that they want to necessarily cheer for, and both teams are grinding their way. They're getting stops and not playing the cleanest offense that they want, but as we know, that can change really quickly, and neither team cares how pretty they play. They just want to figure out how to end up on top. As you see some zone defense. Great shot fake there. Good job avoiding the charge as well. And C.J. Roberts loads it up. Short.
Looked a little bit short. Farland able to clean up the rebound for Southeastern. And there's your man. Anderson once again just powering his way. Has 16 points.
Yeah, Boogie, a good player. We talked about him. Transferred from 2 seasons at South Dakota. Appeared in 49 games there, 17 starts, and only averaged 4.7 from the floor. But the coaches saw
Vasic and gave him his first foul. official coming over and telling us, so that'll give Peavy just 2 fouls instead of 3. Southeastern basketball up by 4, 11.5 to play. Pass down low, nice deflection there by the Commerce Lions. Coming back the other way. Get into the Lions schedule here in just a second. A&M Commerce, that is. They've got a rough next 6 days coming up. And I say rough only because they've got 3 games in 3 different locations coming up over the next, starting on Monday. Both teams struggling once again offensively. Even though the field goal percentage still, Southeastern shooting 58%. We're going to have a foul called. It's going to be on Rosario, his first. Commerce shooting 50%. Southeastern 58%. Free throws, though, a big deal. 100% for Southeastern at 4-4. Whereas the Lions are just 3 of 7. Commerce Lions, that is. Just 3 of 7. Nice drive take. No good on the shot. And a rebound attempt. They're going to get Rosario for his second quick foul. It's going to be the 6th team foul on A&M Commerce. Halfway through, not even quite halfway through the second half, and we're going to have fouls or free throws on every foul now. There's a turnover on a attempt, and you knew that was going to happen, as trying to save the ball in. And when you're not scoring a lot of points and you're missing shots, one surefire way to kind of get into the groove is to do what Demonia just did, and that's to get an easy above the rim dunk.
Yeah, that was some ugly basketball being played for a stretch, but the loose ball, Demonia showing his afterburners and goes way up top above the rim. We talked about the highlights this young man's had, not only in his career, but this season. And he adds another one to the list with a much-needed basket and one above the rim.
There's a strong play on the other side by McFarland.
McFarland's played well in this one, and they could care less about the dunk. It's just 2 points, and they know that. Brewer, in the meanwhile, has continue to play in double figures. They've gone a little bit away from him in the second half, but the freshman's playing well inside the paint, and I'm sure he's glad that Roberry is not in the game, because it has not been fun going toe-to-toe with him. So getting a little bit of pressure relief, not having the big man in, and Boogie Anderson does what he does on the baseline again for the jam on the assist. Nice pass, nice finish. The Lions above the rim.
Yeah, double teaming Anderson because of his playmaking ability, and they left Caldwell wide open under the basket for an easy dunk.
Boogie Anderson just keeps doing work on the baseline.
Meanwhile, A&M Commerce trailing right now by 2, and they've missed 5 free throws, just 3 of 8, with DeMarcus Demonia missing all 5 of them, just 2 of 7 from the free throw line.
Yeah, another senior honored before the game. Romeo Rosario gets a nice finish inside. And Boogie, first time he's missed a floater tonight, and Caldwell picks up the foul, hustling for the rebound. We talked about how gritty this game was going to be, a physical game. The more aggressive team will win, and every team competing tonight has shown that aggressiveness. And speaking of aggressiveness, in transition, was able to get separation with the ball in his hand and takes flight with a nasty dunk that puts the crowd on their feet and gets this Lions den roaring on their feet.
Demonia, exceptional player, exceptional athlete. Been fun to watch him all season long.
It's so rare that you see a guy with the ball outrun someone without the ball, when really the guy without the ball was ahead of Demonia, but an exceptional athlete that has really, again, just done an outstanding job for Coach Rose and this program. The main returner coming back from that team transferring from Division II, Alex Peavy, another one of those guys. And again, this program is in great position in Division I and proving they belong with the best of them. And big man also proving, even though I missed it, I'm physical enough. Give me my foul. I'm going to the free throw line.
And that's the third foul on Rosario in the last couple of minutes. And I think they're going to get him out. Luka Vasic is back at the scorer's table. Going to the free throw line. Knocking down the first one is the big man, Rowberry. Has 9 points for him. Boogie Anderson leading all scorers with 16 for Southeastern. Brewer has 13. He's the only player in double digits for A&M Commerce. Rosario has 9. Has a 3-point lead, 56-53. Rowberry knocking both those free throws down. We're going to have another foul called. So after a low scoring or low foul call, if you will, in the first half, it's been 14 fouls called already here in the second half. Going to the free throw line is Kalen Williams, knocking down the first one.
Yeah, and kind of needed it in a game like this where the first half field goals are going down. Second half, a lot more of a grind, and defense is picked up, and free throws will be important, as we know, in close games. Both teams in the bonus.
Right now, Lions struggling from the free throw line. Southeastern perfect 6 of 6. And there's a layup attempt that's good. Count the basket and a foul. And I'm not sure who they got the foul on. Maybe Dodd? .747 to play in the second half. Free throws coming up by Roger McFarland. McFarland with 14 points so far. This is the front end of the one shot because he got fouled on the basket.
Yeah, second leading scorer in this game for Southeastern has played really well with a couple of threes. There you see an N1 and been a big part of this Southeastern Lions attack offensively.
CJ Roberts with the pump fake and the missed shot. Coming down with the rebound, Southeastern. Commerce Lions had made their previous 3 shots. And we're going to have an offensive foul called on Rowberry. Negates the basket by Boogie Anderson. We talked about it just before the break. After today, A&M Commerce has a makeup game at Nichols on Monday. It'll be a 7 p.m. Central tip-off. Then next Thursday, they'll be at A&M Corpus Christi. And then they will be at Incarnate Word a week from today. So 3 games in a 5-day span for this A&M Commerce team.
Zone here by Southeastern have shown that baseline trap before, and skip to a wide open 3, and bang, bang in the corner for Williams.
Williams right in front of his bench, knocks it down, brings the Lions of Commerce within 1, Southeastern. Farland. Nice pass down low, knocked away by Vosic.
The bench looking over at McFarland saying no. I don't think they like that pass.
Commerce up to 50% on 3 points for today, 8 of 16. Southeastern just 2 of 9 from beyond the arc. And there's a steal opportunity, and we're going to have a layup and a bucket and a foul by C.J. Roberts. The shot by Alec Woodard is going to count. C.J. Roberts going to pick up his first foul. More importantly, it sends Southeastern to the free throw line where they've only missed the one on the day.
Yeah, it's getting closer and closer to winning time. 6 minutes left in this game. And it's been a game of over 12 lead changes and ties, close to 7. And one there. Every little basket, every play has mattered all game, but it really matters down the stretch here as you're approaching the final media around 4 minutes. So really big in execution. Both teams are in a double bonus, so you see zone still from Southeastern as Commerce wants to find a way on senior night to protect home. They weren't able to do it last time out, and Coach Rose knows how important that is, and almost a great finish there, but just a little short below the rim for Williams.
Anderson bringing it back up for Southeastern with a 4-point advantage. Nice cut, and they're going to get Peavy on a foul.
A little bit of anticipation on fouls, though. I mean, Peavy got all ball. It looked like more of a jump.
5:38 to play in the second half. Free throw coming up for McFarland. Trying to put Southeastern back up by 5. He does not on that free throw. Gets another one coming up here.
Yeah, going back to that pass, too, from Boogie Anderson. Fun fact about Boogie, his dad played in the NFL for the Denver Broncos, was a running back that won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Pretty good player, I would say. Kind of reminds you of you back in the day, maybe a little bit.
No, I never played football.
Well, that didn't really work out the way I thought.
I went to a school that didn't have football, so we couldn't play. There's a 3-point attempt, no good by Demonia. Rebound comes down to Southeastern, up by 5. So we approach the 5-minute mark of this second half.
And McFarland, a really good player. He's played well today. The second leading scorer for Southeastern on the season. Has doubled his average, more than doubled his average from last season. Really good player here in the Southland Conference, but just unfortunately turned it over. And the other way, the Lions go and get an easy 2, much needed on time as the clock is getting closer to expiration. And now Lions from Commerce are down 3.
Kalen Williams, that's several times in this game where A&M Commerce has needed a basket, and he has come up with either a big 3 or that driving layup. See if Southeastern can answer, and there's a steal.
Look out, people.
Uh-oh, watch out. There it is. Windmill dunk.
Makes it look so easy, and putting on a show. Was a little bit pressed early on to play well on senior night, but he has made some timely baskets. 2 big steals for dunks that have ignited the crowd and made his team believe. And he's getting it done on the defensive end, leading the offense. And big stretch as we get to the final 4 minutes of the game.
1-point game. Commerce with the rebound. Here's a quick up to Mateen. Mateen driving and gives A&M Commerce the lead at 63-62.
Beautiful finish. 3 trips in a row. Stops leading to scores. Transition, and transition. The Lions are running from Commerce, trying to get a trap on Boogie and trying to find a way if they can get one more stop to keep adding on to their offensive output.
All three of them, as you said, were layup attempts. Here's a three-pointer from the corner off the back of the rim. No good. And going up and getting the rebound and putting it back in was Brody Rowberry. 64-63 South.
Up, and away. I think he has some type of I don't know. He's got some type of go-go gadget in his shoes or something. I don't know exactly what it is, but.
And then Mateen on the next play getting the lead for the Lions. Here they are trailing by 1 to Southeastern with 3:05 to play in the second half.
Get Demonia on the post up. They haven't really done that tonight. Little shimmy and step through. I love it from Demonia. The senior continues to produce on senior night, getting it done above the rim. There you see him with the shimmy step through right on time. Big play from the senior to put his team up 1.
You're going to have a foul called. I believe they got Mateen for his second.
Yeah, you cannot play behind really good offensive players like Demonia and Boogie Anderson in the post. Demonia did it on one end, and then Anderson posting on the other end. Big part of the game nowadays is having versatility, and both these two young men do. Be able to play outside and inside, facing the basket and back to the basket. And Boogie Anderson has really had an imprint in this game. Misses the second free throw, 17 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, but Commerce going the other way.
Oh, there's 2 players in the area as Rosario and Demonia were both there. We're going to get a foul called on Anderson. That'll be his 3rd foul. It'll send Demonia to the free throw line to shoot 2. Here right now the difference in the game. Both teams have shot 12 free throws. Difference is the Lions have Commerce has only made 5. Southeastern has made 9. There's another miss. We talked about it in the game before this, in the women's game, how the Commerce Lions shot 50% from the free throw line, really struggled. And here you've got the same situation happening in the men's game. That free throw makes it 6 of 14.
Yeah, even less than 50% for the men so far in this one. High ball screen, looking to get Boogie some space to be able to work. Spins, but draws another foul. Just a strong, physical guard that is probably as strong as anyone on the floor. And just a really tough matchup because you can't put a smaller guy on him. Hard to put a bigger guy on him. And Boogie Anderson is, again, one of the best guards in this conference. Transferred from South Dakota, averaged less than 5 points, but give credit not only to him, but also to this staff for watching film, seeing something in this young man, understanding he's got some pro athlete genes, and they have really found a gem in Boogie Anderson as he puts his team up 1.
Marcus Demonia called for his 3rd foul. Anderson up to 19 points on the game. 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 8 of 11 from the floor. Kalen Williams, who's hit some big shots so far in this game, this time has his pocket picked and taken away by Roscoe Eastman.
Yeah, great defense by Southeastern, just sitting down, finding a way to get stops. This is where it comes down. What makes Southeastern so good, and we saw it again that many times in the Southland Conference games, but also in that Wyoming game, is they have a player who can close games. You can put the ball in Boogie's hands, and he can get himself in position. But great defense that time by the Lions. Knew that who they were going to, and post play by Rosario, gets his own rebound, knocked out of bounds. And we talked about the players to watch for Commerce is the seniors, and they have produced in this one. Need a few more plays to come out on top.
We approach a minute to play in the fourth, and we're going to have a foul called. Alec Woodward will get the foul.
The one thing about the bonus is 2-shot bonus makes it tough to defend. Good players like Demonia, number 6 in the Southland Conference in scoring, and it has been a career low free throw shooting night for him. In 72% on the season, but has not been able to get consistency from the line and just rim out. Again, number 6 in the conference in scoring. Has played well tonight, ties it up. I'm going to put it on the defense. Now gets into double figures. Does Demonia with 10 points, and we are under a minute. In Commerce, Texas, the battle of the Lions.
McFarland, who's had a really nice game with the ball, dishes it out. Jump shot, no good. Brewer cleans up the rebound for Commerce. About a 10-second difference on the game clock and the shot clock. Tie game at 67. Who's going to emerge as the hero?
Coach is letting them play. Is what you want. Nice pass, great cut, got fouled, and beautiful basketball. Williams, who got picked earlier on a similar play on the sideline in front of his bench, gets a little double crossover, goes over the strip. Backdoor cut on the backside by Team, which was a great heads-up play. Good pass. Dual Mateen got hit on it and is able to connect at the line. Just 18 seconds left after this one. There is no more shot clock. This offensive rebound, if there's a miss, will be big, or defensive rebound, and then sprinted, and I believe Coach will call a timeout.
They're going to push it up,
yep,
and then call a timeout. 14 seconds to play.
Yeah, you got to give Commerce credit. They had a little lull there for a stretch of time where it felt like Southeastern was
on top. Commerce Lions, that is. We'll see what play is drawn out. Eastman to throw it in.
Yeah, think about with this lineup, they have all guards in the game, so they will be able to space the floor in order to get the play they want. Doesn't get it to Boogie.
Three-pointer tip, no good, and Brewer comes up with the rebound for A&M Commerce. And I'm surprised that they took that three in that situation.
Less about the three for me, but more about the fact that, you know, you never know what goes on in those situations or how the execution went on. But Boogie Anderson did not. He was not a part of that play, and he's been such a dominant player in this game. He leads all scorers with 19, leads all assistmen and assists with 5 assists. Is the engine that goes on this team, but in that particular situation was not a part of the action. And great job getting a stop by Commerce. But this game is far from over. It's only a one-possession game. In order to really put this game away, they have to make both free throws. If you just make one, particularly just make the second one, they get a chance to take it out again. So, you know, big free throws by Brewer. Who knows? He may miss both. You don't want to speak that into existence, so to speak, but a lot of scenarios that could still happen. Southeastern feeling probably a little down on themselves. Commerce feeling good, but you have to finish out this game with 2 seconds left. We've seen a lot of different things happen in this gym that's gone in the favor of Commerce. We've seen a lot of different things happen in college basketball. Put 3.3 on the clock, so add a little more time. So, yeah, this makes it where you really want to step up and do the job. And
we saw earlier this year with just over 4 seconds left, C.J. Roberts going coast to coast for a basket.
There you go.
You don't need to go coast to coast. You get it within shooting range.
Got a little bit of ice there because of the reviewing of the clock, and Brewer was 1 of 1. He has 13 points, leads this team in scoring.
Are you surprised not to see more Lions down here to try and get a rebound?
No, I got to get back in transition, be ready to get a stop, and he makes the second one. So timeout called, and big free throw there because now you have to make a 3. Now the question is the age-old question that the
chance to shoot the ball and then foul him in the act of a 3. So if you can get a quick foul, I'm good with that. But other than that, I would just play defense and just ride it out.
We're about to see what Southeastern chooses to do. They got Boogie on the run. Gets the pass in the corner. Gets it
and
up.
He got it!
It's good!
Oh my goodness! They're gonna look at this to check it out, but as it stands right now, Matthew, that he gave on the money in order for Strange to catch it where he did and get that shot off. What a phenomenal pass that was that came off the hands of Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson's a bad man. We said it. Put the ball in his hands if you're Southeastern, and they did, and it resulted in overtime making igniting 3 by Strange. And I would imagine Boogie Anderson will have his imprint on this overtime. Will the Lions have an answer? Ooh, drew a foul that might have been just unfortunate luck, but got to stop to start overtime. And sometimes it's, Uncle Mo is a real thing. We talk about it here on these broadcasts, and the momentum of a game. Sometimes when a team feels like the game is over and another team comes back, the momentum can shift. But great job by Commerce getting that initial stop, and Brewer's back at the line where he made the second free throw. Can he make both this time?
Makes the first one. Commerce is 10 of 20, now 11 of 21 from the free throw line. Southeastern 11 of 14. Second one is up, and it is good as well. 12 of 22.
Matt Strange, a 40% three-point shooter. I believe shot as high as 40 plus last year. Again, a known sniper. They try to find him again, and another steal for Commerce. Defense is getting it done right now to start this overtime. I'd imagine they'd have a patient possession and try to do something where they can get something in the paint or at the rim or draw another foul.
Rosario faked a 3 and gives it up to Demonia. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Commerce up by 2. Demonia off the mark, and Anderson comes up with that rebound.
Yeah, limited amount of ball movement that time. You got to get ball movement for Commerce. That's what makes them who they are offensively. When they start going one-on-one, that's not really a part of where they find their success. 16 assists on 26 baskets tonight, so know how important that is to them. But speaking of importance, Mr. Anderson back at the line has an opportunity to tie this game.
First shot is up off the back of the rim, no good. Anderson now 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Has 19 points, looking for his 20th. Brings Southeastern within 1, and he does. Demonia once again thought about 3. Has a little bit of problems with it. Able to recover and get it back out. Rosario, hook shot, no good.
Boogie Anderson
Great defense.
I mean, not the tallest guy on the floor, but literally guarding the 5-man right now, doing it all on both ends. Great job walling up and chesting Rosario. Again, all 5 guards in the game for Southeastern, so they will play it out of a spread, trying to trap in the ball screen. Boogie spins, forces one up. Good defense and able to get a stop that time.
Williams with the ball and a 1-point lead for Commerce. 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Great basketball being played. March Madness on his way. We're getting a little taste of what that looks like already in this matchup of the Battle of the Lions. And big rebound right there of Abdul Mateen. Those are the plays it takes to win a game like this, and almost gets one to go down. Crowd was ready to erupt.
Boy, and I thought he was right in front of us, and that angle, it looked so good. And the ball just spun out. And we're going to have a timeout taken with 2:18 to play in the first overtime. And we're
again just a known sniper out of St. Pius High School. What a big time shot, and we have more basketball to be played. That's why it's important to play through the buzzer. That happened with 3.3 left.
There's a pass down low, and we're going to have another goaltending call. DeMarcus Demonius pleading for a
yeah, every basket's so crucial in this game, and great back screen.
Here's a replay.
Just a big time block.
Yeah, that's a good block, and it looks like it was the wrong call based off of the replay. And
close call either way, and can't see if the ball is going down, but you know, again, just watching the replay really quickly, looked like it could have been a clean block, but the way that the referees have to call it in such a split second, cannot fault them for calling that a goaltend.
Tie the game at 70 apiece. And just
great back screen, by the way, on that sideline out of bounds to get Boogie Anderson open on that by Coach Kiefer and his staff, and all those little things really matter. You see another great sideline out of play. Potential right there. Didn't quite go the way they wanted, and 8 seconds left on the clock. Great pass inside. The senior to the senior on senior night connects for 2 points to put the Commerce Lions up 1 again. 1:40 left to play, and I don't know if you're having fun yet, but
man, it's a lot of fun. It's electric here.
This is a ball game, and the crowd has definitely been electric.
15 seconds on the clock. Boogie driving and tipped in, and great offensive putback by Nick Caldwell. Now we got a whistle, and we'll see what the call is, or what the
referee's trying to keep control of this game. A lot of activity, a lot of things at stake. Crowd definitely intense, as is both coaches continue to plead their case on just about every possession. Caldwell averaging 11 points, 5 rebounds, a big part of this team, and what they do, their third leading scorer, comes up with a big tip in there.
Almost a minute left in the overtime, and we're going to have a foul called on Southeastern.
Yeah, Abdul Mateen is just a strong, powerful guard that he's able to drive and draw those fouls. And
Coach Rosenberg right there, you see him, and he's been in the official's ear all game, but particularly here in overtime and in this second half, really lobbying to try and plead his case, as we have a tie ball game at 75.
Yeah, Abdul Mateen's been awesome in this game. He's made some crucial plays. He's at 11 points, and he's connected on every free throw so far, and makes another one. The right guy you want to have in. Remember, he had the play to put them up 2 on the back door under a minute. Comes down to getting stops as McFarland turns the corner, draws the foul. Another well-designed offensive play. You get dribble handoffs. You have McFarland, who's guarded by a post player, a 5-man, and Brewer. Gave a little bit too much advantage on the handoff as McFarland had his right hand, his dominant hand, and he gets to the line. And what makes McFarland so good, too, not only is he a double-figure scorer and he's played well offensively, but he is the leading rebounder on this Southeastern ball club as a guard. Misses the front end of that one, has a double-double in 38 minutes, 15 and 10, but just one free throw made so far.
1 out of 4.
Yep, and that was a big miss. And another, there he goes, it goes in, so gets another make. And we have a tie ball game as we close this one out. About a 19-second differential between game clock and shot clock. So Southeastern, if they're able to get a stop, will get a chance at the offensive end again.
30 seconds on the game clock, 10 seconds on the shot clock.
No one else has touched it on this possession, but it doesn't matter quite. Such a close call. Almost goes down. Great shot. And here you go, into the game. Ball in the hands of Boogie Anderson. He's been the player of the game for Southeastern.
8 seconds.
Let's see what happens next.
Waits for a screen. 2 seconds. Shooting. And he gets it at the buzzer. Oh, we're going to have to probably look at that to make sure. But as it stands right now, you're talking about a possible